Hello everybody, welcome to Novene C TV, and it's your girl Novene C. And so today I have a wonderful guest with me, and we will be talking about surviving COVID. This is part 2. If you didn't watch the first part, make sure you watch that with my cousin Charmaine. She tells her story. And so now we'll be talking to my lovely family, Troy.
It's all good.
He will share his story with you. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, like, share, and also feel free to comment below if you have any positive words of encouragement to give to Troy, or if you have any suggestions on what you want me to talk about, please comment below. Also click the notification bell so you can get notified when I put out a new video. So let's get right to it. All right, Troy, please introduce yourself to everyone.
How y'all doing? My name is Troy, but my friends call me True.
True. Okay. So, like I mentioned, you were one of the people that we know who had COVID. So, first of all, when was that? When did you?
I got it in December, late December, going on New Year's, like December 30th, 31st, going into New Year's.
Wow. Okay. And so then, how did you know that you had COVID?
Well, I didn't know. How I actually found out, I caught it from a Punjabi partner of mine that worked at a store. He runs a store, and I go there. I work at a bus company. And I go there every lunchtime or whatever, and I go there, play scratch or whatever the case. He was under the weather, and we didn't think nothing of it because we drink also, you know what I mean, on the weekend occasionally, you know what I mean. So I didn't think nothing of it. So I believe that's where I contracted it from, and I took it back home. But when I contracted it, I had also ate sushi that night. There's a sushi, it's like a plaza with Planet Fitness, y'all know, with one of them type of facilities. But anyway, I ate some sushi, so I went home that night and I ate some sushi. I ate sushi that night, and I went home, and my stomach, I didn't feel well. I started throwing up or whatever the case, and I threw up all night. And I said, okay, well, maybe it's the sushi. So, that's cool. And I went through the ups and downs of the fever, the hot and the cold flashes. I went through that also, you know what I mean? But I thought that was related to me throwing up, like it wasn't agreeing with my stomach or whatever. So that only lasted for one day. The next day, I was, I can get up, I can eat. I never could stop eating. But what I did notice though, I lost a lot of weight.
In what period of time?
It was days. It wasn't no period of time like a week or nothing like that. It was days. It wasn't no significant, like you say a week or two you lose 30 pounds. Nah, I lost that in days. Like I said, I only felt ill for one day because I went right back to work.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I went right back to work.
So so how do you know that you got it from the guy at the store? Like, did he tell you that he was positive?
No, he told me later on.
Oh, okay.
He told me later on, but I didn't want to involve any other people because it was a couple of us that goes to that store from that particular job, and we play scratches, so, and we all got it. Right. We all contracted, you know what I mean, individually, yeah.
Right. So then, what about at home? Did the people that you live with?
Yes, I did. My girl got it. Yeah.
She got it.
Yeah, that's how I knew I had it.
Oh, so she found out first?
Yeah, she found out first.
Did she have similar symptoms to you, or were
she didn't do the throw up. She just felt real weak. The hot flashes. She was a lot more messed up than I was. You know what I mean? Be truthful. She was messed up than I was. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Then she went. She said, "Man, she went and got tested." You know, and then she put it on Facebook. You know what I mean? Because she was around other people.
Right.
And she wanted to make sure that if they've been exposed, do what need to be done or whatever.
Yeah, that's a responsible thing to do.
Right. A lot of people be hiding it or whatever the case may be, and she got a little flack for that. You know what I mean? Saying people saying, "Why are you going on Facebook?" Saying she was like, "Well, I've been around other people. I didn't, they got elders and kids, and I didn't want to be the cause of someone passing away or whatever the case may be, if you can help it."
Right. And that was it's her business, so she could put her business on there.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Her point exactly.
Yeah,
right.
She's smart.
Right.
Okay, so then, so what about you guys have kids in the house too?
Yes.
Did the kids get it?
Yes, they did, but it wasn't, it's not as severe. I don't know, I guess for the kids. I don't know. I can't speak for all kids, but they had it. They didn't, you barely knew it though. You wouldn't be able to tell, you know what I mean? But we know the difference, so.
Right. So that's crazy because you had the throwing up and stuff, and then she had other symptoms. Like, did she have like the body aches?
She had the body aches, right?
Yeah.
Right, for days.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I say hers lasted way longer than mine. That's why I say she went through a whole lot more. That's what made her go get tested.
Right. So then, did you guys end up having to spend any time in the hospital?
No.
Okay.
Nobody did.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Right. Nobody did.
Okay. So then, what was like your worst day like?
My worst days are like my worst days are like now, pretty much. I would say, because it's like a residual effect, like the breathing, you know, and unfortunately it has an effect on your respiratory. So for me, some days I'll be having shortness of breath. It's not all the time, but it frequents itself. You know what I mean? So I try to stay active, running, working out, whatever I can do to try to make it, a little stronger, make my lungs a little stronger, I guess. But
Right. So does that come out of the blue, or like, do you know when it's gonna happen?
no, you don't know when it's gonna happen. It just comes out of the blue. Like I could be watching TV or working, bending over, or I could just do a quick set of pull-ups, and you just feel the shortness of breath. I don't know what that is, but
Wow.
that's one of the I would say residual effects it has on you. You know, that
Right.
long term.
Right. So have you had a chest X-ray or anything?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so, so this I was going to ask you too, because I know a lot of people were thinking this. Like, did you ever think that you would get it, or did you think, like, did you believe that it was real?
I believe that it was real. I wasn't in denial. No, I knew that it was real. I mean, I believe that it was real. I didn't think I just thought that, me personally, I just thought that, I don't know. I just thought maybe they would get a vaccine out there before I would catch it. You know what I mean? Because you never think you would catch it. You know what I mean? You just hope you're doing the right stuff and washing your hands. Doing everything that you need to do to not catch it. But that's a vicious virus, man. That's my Bajabi said. He said, T, that's a very serious virus.
Right.
And I said, man, I agree with you, man. I agree with you, because he suffered terribly from it. Wow. And he passed it on to his mom. That's the one who initially gave it to us at the store. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
And his mom's is like 70 something. So you can imagine the effect that has on someone who passes that along to someone, their mom or their aunt, a loved one, And
even though they didn't know.
Even though they didn't know. Right. You know what I mean? So
wow.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is. Oh my goodness. So how long did you have to take off work?
I took off 1 day, 2 days. I say 2 days at the most. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I threw up that whole night into that morning. I called in sick for that Wednesday, and then I went in. No, that Thursday, and then I went in that Friday, and I had to go in Friday because my coworker he took off. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like but I felt okay. It wasn't like I couldn't. You know what I mean? But I know some people who had the virus, and you're not gonna be able to work with that virus if you know what I mean. You feeling like I was feeling initially. Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to work. That's impossible.
Right. Wow. So did you get prescribed any medications or anything, or did your girl get prescribed any medications?
No, we didn't. No, what we use? Well, she was recommended. They use like elderberry.
Yeah.
Echinacea? No. B3 or something like that.
Yeah,
She has the vitamins. Yeah, she used a lot of a lot of the vitamins. Yeah, she used a lot of vitamins and started giving me some. But I'm kind of partial to the pills, to the pill game. But yeah, the elderberry was cool. I mixed it in my coffee.
Yeah.
It helped give you energy or whatever the case.
Yeah. And it's really good for your immune system.
And the sea moss.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget the sea moss. That was good too.
Yeah. That's
what I use.
That's good. So
she used the elderberry. I used the sea moss. I take that back. I used the sea moss in my coffee. I had to think of that.
You put the sea moss in your coffee?
Yeah, I put it in my coffee.
Yeah. Oh, that tastes.
Yeah, it didn't have no taste, so it just it gave me energy. Yeah. So.
That's good, and that's good for working out.
Working out, yeah.
Yeah. So, what were you thinking when you heard that? Well, I guess not you, because your girl got her results first. So, what were you thinking when you found out that she was positive?
I felt kind of bad because I kind of. I guess subconsciously knew that I probably got the virus and passed it on to her, because she was the first one to notice that she couldn't smell or taste. And it was a trip though, because we got this what do you call it, apple cider?
Oh yeah.
And that's very strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she couldn't smell it. And so I said, damn, she can't smell it. So she knew she had it.
Right.
So then I waited and I said, damn, well, I wonder if I can't. And I had to jump in front of the apple cider. I ain't let her see it though. I said, oh damn. That's when I knew you know, what I mean, I had it and I gave it to her. You know,
Because you could smell it, and it was
you
like
can
a
smell it strong.
apple
You're not
cider
gonna be
vinegar.
able. You're not gonna be able to put your nose all the way and take up
Yeah.
one of those. You know, you ain't gonna be able to do all that. And I did that and I ain't smelled nothing. I said, wow. You know, so
That's crazy.
yeah.
But luckily, you know, your symptoms weren't super severe, yeah, like other people, and none of you had to be hospitalized, you know. And the kids, you know,
They were cool.
the kids, yeah.
Right.
And so, even though they didn't have bad symptoms, do they have any lingering effects like you have?
But that's the thing though. You won't be able to know with the kids because they, you know, they pretty much stay active. They don't seem to say that they short of breath or whatever. They're not, you know. So, but I'm sure that they probably. I mean, that's like my boy said, man. That's a vicious virus, a terrible virus. I mean, so you don't know what the lingering effects might have on our kids
Right.
later on down the line. You know, when they mature or whatever, because like they say, it affects your lungs.
Right.
You know.
Did you get vaccinated?
Not yet, but I'm working on that. Me and the kids, we want to take that Johnson & Johnson. I want to take the one shot Erskine. I don't want to take the 2 shots. Just give it to me in 1 dose and be done with it. I don't need the 2 shots. So.
Are you scared of needles?
No, I'm not scared. No.
I was say, don't you have tattoos?
Yeah, I can take the needle. But just give me the 1 shot. I don't need to shoot the virus in me twice or whatever they're doing with that thing. Just give it to me once.
Right. Was this the worst illness that you've had?
Yes, by far, and the scariest. This is the scariest virus by far because, like I said, everybody's different, and my dad, he's just getting back from it. You know, a lot of people don't know it. Yeah, he suffered severely from it. You know, I'm talking about where he had septic in his blood, fluid in both lungs. You know, he's in the rehab right now in Virginia, you know.
Really?
And yes.
Wow.
I was just talking to him this morning. He still got the little tube running through his nose, but he's up walking, he can breathe, you know, and he went through a lot. And I was telling my pops, man, you gotta fight, man.
Right.
You gotta fight. You can't just lay there and just take it.
Right.
You know, so he fought back. He's looking good. And man, that's a beautiful thing, you know. And
Yeah. How does your dad?
my dad is 72.
Yeah, in the 70s. So yeah.
He's 72.
So, and a lot of people say that too, right? When you say about fighting back, they say like the virus makes you want to not.
Yeah,
That makes
it'll
you wanna
clobber
lay
you.
down.
It'll clobber
Yeah.
you. That virus, it's a very serious virus. As my Punjabi partner said, it'll make you want to just lay there, don't want to do nothing. You can't breathe. You got to fight.
Right.
You got to fight. I told my pops, man, you got to fight, man. You can't let that thing whoop you like that. You know what I mean, man? Fight that thing.
Right.
And he bounced back, and I'm proud of him. I mean, it's been a struggle, but he back. He's smiling now. You know, he was on his deathbed. He was on the confession stand. You know, but he back now, and I'm proud of that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good. How long was he sick?
Oh, he was down for a few months, a couple of months. I want to say a couple of months. That's why I say it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. He took his first shower the end of March.
And he got it.
And he got it in February.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And it was cold though because he took the vaccine on Wednesday and went down Saturday. He took the first shot, I should say.
Right.
He took the first shot on a Wednesday, and he was messed up Saturday. You know, I'm talking about what I just said, septic in the blood. I mean, he was, and it was getting worse. You know, so.
Wow. So over in Virginia, where he is, are they able to have visitors at the hospital?
No,
or no. See,
no.
that's hard too when you're so sick and you don't have anybody.
You can't, right. And he FaceTimed me. It was a trip though. He was FaceTiming me from the hospital bed. That's a trip. He was able to hold that phone up though. Let me, you know what I mean? I guess he had some stuff he wanted to get off his chest. You feel me? But he was able to FaceTime me, and I was, man, telling him, man, you got to fight, man. What is you doing, man? You got to fight. Hoping that, you know, that my words were encouraging. You know what I mean? Him to think about it. You know what I mean? Because he started hallucinating. That's another thing that. And it was the virus. I ain't in denial. That's what he said, you know.
Yeah.
So he started hallucinating and everything, you know. So
yeah, that's so scary.
everybody's different, you know.
Yeah.
That virus affects everybody different. So
Yeah, because we have a childhood friend that we grew up with that who was in the hospital for months.
Oh wow.
With it, and I'm not sure how well he's recovered.
Right.
but it's scary.
It's scary. It's real, man. That virus is real, and it could just like I'm not no doctor, but from me just being around people that's been exposed to it, that virus can trigger any underlying illnesses, anything you got, man, messed up in you. It can trigger it, man. It could be anything. You'll never know what it is, man. Cause like I say, I got my pop, and then I got a partner I work with, man. He just like my pops. He took that shot. I ain't saying the shot did it, but he took it. And the next few days, he wasn't feeling well, man, and he had a stroke at the job.
What?
Yeah, he had a stroke. He had a stroke.
Work?
Yes, he's in Walnut Creek, Kaiser, right now.
Oh.
You know, he's unable to talk. You know what I mean? His health is not looking good. You know, it's a fight, man. Everybody's different. And he's not that old. He's about 60, 63, 64.
Really?
You know what I mean? That's old, but I mean,
That's not old.
it's not that old.
You're
You're
right.
right. Yeah,
But that's so young for
that's
all
young,
that.
right. And he just was healthy. I mean,
Right.
he just was healthy. I'm you know, we shucking and jiving. We work together. And like I say, it's not looking good for him right now. You know, he the same way. He was so sharp and so determined. He took his elderly mom with him to get vaccinated also. The same day. You know, sometimes when you get there, they have extra doses.
Yeah.
He was able to get his mom, you know, vaccinated. And it didn't affect her. But
Wow.
I believe it has something to do with him being sick later on, because he used to tell me, he said, man, my arm ain't feeling right. My bones ain't feeling right. And I'd be like, man, you show it. He said, man, I'm telling you, man. He had a stroke, man. He had a stroke at the job.
That's scary. Were you there
Yeah, I was there.
when he had the stroke?
Not right in front of him, but he had it and he left. He didn't wait for no ambulance or nothing. That was a trip. But he had the stroke right then and there, because I don't know if he drove himself to the hospital or he drove himself to back home, but he was messed up. And he knew he was messed up, because I didn't see him, but how I knew, my coworkers seen him and they asking me what was wrong with him.
Yeah.
I said, ain't nothing wrong with him. He just left me. But when his family called me and asked me, man, you know, and they explained to me what, I said, oh, that was wrong with him the whole time, because he was stuck at the door, couldn't get in the door. It was just a multiple different things, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say he didn't fall out. It wasn't no type of stroke, but he was on his way. He didn't know where he was at.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He was lost. You know, it was that type of, and he was on his way, and it just slid downhill ever since.
Wow, that's so
You know?
sad.
Yeah.
Later, you could tell me his name so I can pray for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes.
that's a
He
lot.
need all the prayers he can get,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's so scary. So many people, like we know one childhood friend who passed away from it, and he's 1 year older than me. He passed away from having COVID. That's just like him, and like I told you, my other friend who had it, who was hospitalized. That's when I knew, like, whoa, this is so close to home.
It's
you
real.
know?
It's
and
real.
then, like, with my cousins and you,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
It's
like,
real.
remember I was texting you, like, dude, did
Yeah.
you go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Are you going to the
Yeah.
hospital?
It's real. Yeah. Did you go? It's real.
Man,
That
'cause
COVID
that's
is
so
real.
scary.
Yeah, it's real. And I'm not for sure, but I don't know if you're able to get the body back. You know what I mean? If your loved one passed away from COVID, they're not letting you bury your loved ones. You know what I mean? So that's another
I
thing.
think that might be New York.
New York. Oh, is
out
that
here, I
out here?
think
Then you
they-
get your loved
yeah.
ones. Oh, okay.
Because I believe our friend that passed, I believe they had a service for him.
Oh, okay.
And there's another thing too that I don't know if you know, like, you know, people who pass away from it, I think Biden has signed a bill where they're reimbursing families for the
Correct.
funeral costs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you guys know
Correct.
anybody whose family members passed away from COVID, they will reimburse you.
Correct.
I don't know the whole process, but I just know that there's a video out there talking about it, and so yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a good.
And
thing.
I'll try to post it in the description part of this video if I know how, because, you know, I'm kind of special, but I'll figure it out. But you're goofy. And so so everybody who's on my show, I always ask them, is there anything that they want to ask me? So can you think of a question that you would like to ask Novene C?
Oh, well, you haven't caught that. Well, get vaccinated. First and foremost, get vaccinated. I know a lot of people, we you know, we have a long history of not trusting that, you know, but the virus is serious. So you figure, the way I look at it, either you're going to catch it on your own, or you go get vaccinated and let the people put it in you and you see what happens. Either way, just my opinion, you're going to get it. So I would rather just take my chances with, you know, sad to say, you know, on that side where you can be around medical attention, whatever the case may be, you know. But we need to do something, because you got to find out, because you catch it the wrong way, you know, it might be ugly, you know. So I mean, that's just my advice.
So what was my question?
So I have a question for you.
Yeah,
that's my question to you, and my answers for you.
You gave me a statement. That's the same thing my cousin
exactly,
did.
Exactly.
She gave me a statement.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
So, yes. So, thank you very much, True, for
Yep.
coming on here
So
and giving your testimony, telling us, you know, about your experience with COVID.
Right.
Yes, I really appreciate that.
It's
and
all good.
Sorry you had to go through that, but I'm so...
It's all good. Yeah.
So,
Still
please,
glad to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, we are so glad that you are here.
Yeah.
And we're so glad that you're healthy.
Yeah.
And you just have shortness of breath sometimes.
That's
But
sometimes,
you're going
you
to
know
work through
it.
that.
Yeah.
Because you're still here,
Yeah, still
walking
here.
around, living,
Yeah.
here to, you know, take care of the
Yeah.
kids and everything. So that's good.
You know it.
And you know we love you.
You
so,
know it. Same here.
Yeah.
Same
So
here.
and we, you know, we've been through enough, so we didn't need. That's
Nah,
why I kept
nah,
texting your ass.
nah.
Did you go to the doctor? When you going to the doctor?
When I'm going to the
Did you
doctor,
get
yeah, she
tested?
stayed. Did you get tested? You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. It comes and goes. It ain't something where you could just it's lingering and just jump on you. It ain't like that, Novene. But I'm good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for listening and for watching. And please like, subscribe, share, comment below. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. So thank you everybody for listening. And I'm wishing you peace, love, and light. Bye.
Peace.